Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to be filming a new video that I haven't done on this channel before that I wanted to start in 2018, and that is a video called What I've Watched recently. I don't know, I'm still working on the title. Anyways, I wanted to start a new series on this channel to talk about recent movies and TV shows that I've been watching, because I've mentioned it a few times on this channel before that I'm a huge fan of movies and TV shows, and I love film probably just as much as I love books, and so I've always wanted to have a video series on this channel where I just talk about movies. And since I don't really have enough time or necessarily want to do individual movie reviews all the time, I just thought it'd be fun every couple of months to just talk about all the movies that I've seen within the last couple months and all the TV shows I'm catching up on, and you know, that kind of thing. It's kind of a chatty video. I don't know. I've seen a lot of movies since the beginning of the year, and so I don't necessarily have strong opinions about all of them. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be a new type of video that you can expect from me every couple months. It just depends on how many movies I'm watching, and that'll determine when these come out. But yeah, this will be the first of many to come. The first movie I wanted to talk about that I saw last month is Black Panther. This is Marvel's first ever Black superhero movie, which was super cool, and I loved it a lot. I loved Michael B. Jordan as a villain in this movie. Freaking dope. And the soundtrack is killer, okay? We got Kendrick and The Weeknd and so much great music on this soundtrack. I loved the action scene in Korea. That was probably my favorite part of the whole movie. It was so dope. And I loved all the female roles in this movie. There were so many strong female roles, which just made me so happy. And I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars, and the only reason why I ended up knocking off a star is because I do think that the ending was a little bit anticlimactic. There was just a scene at the end that I thought was just it could have been a little bit more exciting. Another one that I wanted to talk about is Pulp Fiction, and I know it's what the fuck, I had never seen Pulp Fiction before this year. I took a film class when I was in my freshman year of college, and we watched a clip of Pulp Fiction, and I know that Pulp Fiction's always been a classic and I've always wanted to watch it. I just never got around to it, and so I finally watched it a couple months ago, and it was so freaking great. And I gave this one a 4 out of 5, and I just thought it was so much fun. I love the way that this one has a bunch of stories that are intertwining together, and I love all the one-liners. Samuel L. Jackson is typical Samuel L. Jackson in this movie, but it's still really entertaining. Uma Thurman is just such a boss in this movie. I love her. It was fantastic. If you haven't watched Pulp Fiction, then maybe you should watch Pulp Fiction. The next movie I want to mention is Gerald's Game, which is on Netflix, and it's Stephen King's adaptation. Really creepy as hell movie where this wife and her husband are doing this weird sex thing, and he chains her to the bed, both wrists are chained to the bed, and then he has a heart attack and dies and just falls on top of her. She's just left trying to figure out what to do. They're in the middle of nowhere, and there's nobody else around. It was so scary and creepy, and this movie gave me so much anxiety when she was trying to figure out how to get out of the situation that she was put into. And this movie just kind of really freaked me out, and the ending got really fucking weird. It was really weird. I didn't know what was happening, and I ended up giving this one 3 out of 5. It was okay, but it was definitely very strange. Another one that I saw was Maze Runner: The Death Cure, and this is the 3rd movie in the Maze Runner trilogy. And I still think that the first movie is my favorite out of the Maze Runner movies, because I thought the first one was really good. I was really impressed with it. And then the second one was I didn't really like the second one. And this one was good. I will say I thought it was better than the second one, but I don't think it was better than the first one. And I don't know, I don't really have strong opinions about this series, you know? I didn't get super attached to the characters or anything, but I thought it was good, and I thought Dylan O'Brien did a really good job. He's such a cutie. Now overall, I ended up giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. I thought this one was pretty cool though, I'll give it that. I really liked some of the scenes at the end, and the visual, the city in this is visually stunning. It's really cool. Oh my god, okay, I watched the Everything movie. It was just so bad. I guess it was pretty true to the book, I guess, but I wasn't a huge fan of the book either. I just watched this because I was bored one night and it was free on Xfinity. It was literally just pop song after pop song after pop song after pop song, montage. Oh my god, it was so boring, and I didn't feel these two had any chemistry at all. It was so insta love. They just saw each other from across the street, and they were just sending love messages, and ugh, it was so terrible. And the ending was just as terrible as the book ending was, and ugh, I ended up giving this one 1 out of 5 stars. I did not like this movie at all. I also saw 50 Shades Freed in theaters because I have a movie pass, so I thought, why not? And because I had seen the previous 2 first movies, and people either love it, guilty pleasure, or hate it, and I'm just kind of confused, I guess, as to why it is as popular as it is. I thought the first movie was actually pretty decent. I didn't hate it the way a lot of people do. I thought it was okay, and then the second movie is where they really lost me. Like, I hated the second movie. I thought it was so poorly done, and I just, like, I couldn't stand the characters. I hated the second movie, and then this one, I didn't go in expecting to hate it, but I went in expecting to like make fun of it and think it's cheesy, and it totally was. But I will say that this third one was probably better than the second one, but it was still really bad. And I can't stand Christian Grey. He's like such an asshole, and he's so controlling. I don't know how Anna puts up with him, and like, I mean, she definitely stood up for herself at one point, but throughout the whole movie I was just like, oh my god, bitch, what the fuck? So I gave this one 1 out of 5 stars. I did not enjoy this. I was just like rolling my eyes the entire time, and I'm sorry. If you like 50 Shades of Grey, I'm sorry, but I can't. The next movie I saw was Film Stars Don't Die in Liverpool, and this is like a really small indie movie that I saw at my like indie theater, and it was so cute, and you know, stupid me didn't know that it was a true story until the movie was over, and that's even more surprising to me. It's this love story between this really older woman and this really young guy, and the older woman is like an actress in Hollywood who's been like Oscar nominated and stuff. Like, she's a huge actress, and he's just this guy that she meets. I want to say he's in his 30s and she's in her like late 50s. I want to say, like, there's a huge age gap. It's like over 20 years between them, and I just thought that this movie was so cute because that's something you so rarely see in Hollywood, like a really older woman and a younger man. I just really appreciated that kind of representation in film because you never see an older woman with a younger man, like literally ever, and it was such a cute love story. And I liked the way that their families didn't really react negatively to him being with such an older woman. Like, it was so cute, and it was filmed really beautifully. I liked it a lot. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. The next movie I watched was Phantom Thread. I only watched this because it was nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, so I wanted to watch it. Kind of boring. Like, I don't really understand the hype with this one. Like, I really tried to like get into it, and it was just like incredibly boring. Daniel Day-Lewis's character was such an asshole, like literally the whole movie. I couldn't stand him, and I didn't know what the point of the movie was. Like, he was like the Christian Grey of this era. This movie was okay, I guess. It just wasn't my thing. I gave this one 2 out of 5 stars. It was like totally forgettable. Another movie I've recently watched that I was really surprised by was Happy Death Day. I thought some of the scenes were so funny. Like, I was dying of laughter while I was watching it. I just had a really fun time trying to figure out who the killer was, and like some of those scenes, like especially that first scene with the killer, just like really scared me. Like, that was done really well, and I was like I was kind of scared after. I ended up giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. Another one that I saw very recently in theaters was Annihilation. Loved this movie, and this movie scared the shit out of me, okay? It was so creepy, and I had just read the book, you know, so like I was comparing it to the book, and it's nothing like the book. It's literally not even close to the book. And I was looking it up online, and the director said that he read the book a long time ago, but he didn't reread the book before he wrote the screenplay, and so he wanted the movie to feel like a dream of the book, which I guess is kind of cool in that sense. God damn, dude, this movie is weird and scary and creepy, and it gave me the most like uneasy, unsettled feeling after finishing this movie, but I think that was the point, you know? And this is one of the coolest sci-fi movies I've ever seen. Like, the ending was so fucking trippy, and like there's this one scene that just like completely scarred me for life over how like gory and like it was, and I still can't stop thinking about it. So yeah, if you like sci-fi, then definitely check this one out. It was some freaky shit. Another movie that I just recently saw was Love, Simon. Love, Simon was literally so amazing. I loved it so much, and this was like the first LGBT mainstream wide released film. Like, I was so excited that this was finally happening for the LGBT community. It was so good. Like, Nick Robinson was perfect for Simon. They stayed true to the book for the most part. I didn't notice any like huge differences, and it was just so cute and so important, and I loved it so much. Like, it was just, I cried a million times, and Jennifer Garner as his mom was so cute. It was the best. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. There were 0 flaws. Another movie I saw that was surprising was Game Night. Holy shit, I really enjoyed myself, and I freaking loved this movie. And it has Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman play a married couple, and they have their like game nights. When his brother is in town, they have this game night that goes kind of crazy, and he said somebody's gonna get kidnapped and whatever, and then it all kind of like goes wrong, and they don't know whether or not it's actually a game or if it's real life now. Just so entertaining, and like I thought Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman were so cute in this movie, and I was surprised by how much I loved it. Like, it was hilarious. They didn't just show all the funny parts in the trailer. It was like, it was all good throughout the whole movie, and And that guy from Breaking Bad, I don't remember what his name is, but that dude from Breaking Bad was so funny in this. Like, he freaking killed it. Oh, this movie was great. Like, I really want to watch it again. I can't wait. And it was so good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it so much. And the last movie that I just saw the other night was A Wrinkle in Time. We have our movie pass, so we were like, let's just go see it anyways, whatever. Like, we went and saw it, and it was like so bad. I didn't even want to sit through the whole movie. Like, we left after like an hour. And I never walk out of movies, okay? Like, I never walk out of movies. But it was just so boring and like not my thing. And I thought the acting from the kids wasn't very good, especially the love interest boy that was like a teenager, like him. Oh, like he was just not very good. And I kept rolling my eyes at like Godzilla Oprah, like what the fuck was that? I ended up giving this one 1 out of 5 stars because I walked out. I couldn't even finish it. I was so bored out of my mind. I fell asleep. And as far as TV shows go, I've been watching This Is Us. I completely caught up on This Is Us, and it's like one of my favorite shows of all time. It's easily 5 out of 5 stars. I love it so much. The season finale made me cry like a bitch, as usual. And the episode where we finally got to find out what happened with Jack and how he died, like, oh my god, dude, I was such a fucking mess. Like, I had such puffy eyes the next day. I think people thought that I was going through something, like, in my life, but I was just like, just This Is Us, dude. That show makes me sob. Like, every single episode, it's so good. If you don't watch This Is Us, like, seriously, just watch it. It'll make you feel so alive and so happy and just like, warm and fuzzy. Another show that I'm slowly catching up on is Jane the Virgin. I'm watching the new season currently, but I'm not like loving Tyler Posey as an addition to the show. I don't know. He's like, his character's so, I don't know. So, no spoilers please, but I don't know how I feel about him so far. I'm only a few episodes into when he's like in the show, so. And Jane the Virgin also is easily a 5 out of 5 stars. It's one of my favorite shows, and Gina Rodriguez is just so relatable and so cute, and I love her so much. Another show that I just started watching too is Ozark, which is a Netflix show with Jason Bateman, and this show is really surprising. It's so good. It reminds me of like Breaking Bad a little bit, with the whole like, they're working with the drug cartel and he has to like move his wife and kids, and the way his wife, her character is a lot like Skylar from Breaking Bad, I feel like. Jason Bateman is still like really funny in this role, I feel like. Like, he has this really dry sarcasm that I just find hilarious. This show is just really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only like 6 episodes into the first season or so. There's only like 10, but I'm really enjoying it so far and I can't wait to finish it, so those are all of the things that I've watched recently. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything major. I mean, I did binge watch the entire Black Mirror TV show series earlier in January this year, and I'm still having an entire video coming out about that with my sister when we kind of like talk about all the episodes and everything. So I didn't want to like include it in this video because that's just kind of like overkill, you know, but like seriously, Black Mirror is like my new favorite TV show ever, and it's just so cool. It's so fucking cool. So yeah, that should be up at some point. It's a really long video, so I'm like, it's taking me forever to edit it, but that should be up eventually. And yeah, what have you guys watched this year? What are some of your favorite movies so far this year? I think so far my favorite movies of the year have been Black Panther, Game Night, and Love, Simon. And probably Annihilation. What are your favorites of the year so far? And what did you think of some of these movies? Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? Let's talk about it in the comments, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Thanks for watching.